Coming up on 5 Minute News. Biden to reinstate COVID travel ban. Dutch police clash with anti-lockdown protesters in 2 cities. And renewables overtook fossil fuels in EU electricity in 2020. It's Monday, January 25. I'm Anthony Davis. President Joe Biden will today formally reinstate COVID-19 travel restrictions on non-US travelers from Brazil, Ireland, the United Kingdom, and 26 other European countries that allow travel across open borders. Officials also confirmed on Sunday that South Africa would be added to the restricted list because of concerns about a variant of the virus that has spread beyond that nation. Biden is reversing an order from Donald Trump in his final days in office that called for the relaxation of the travel restrictions as of Tuesday. Nobody knows why the former president took this decision. Biden's reversing the order is not surprising, but the addition of South Africa to the restricted travel list highlights the new administration's concern about mutations in the virus. The South Africa variant has not been discovered in the United States, but another variant originating in the United Kingdom has been detected in several states. Biden last week issued an executive order directing federal agencies to require international air travelers to quarantine upon U.S. arrival. The order also requires that all U.S.-bound passengers aged 2 and above get negative COVID-19 test results within 3 days before traveling. Last night, Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador said he had tested positive for COVID-19, but that the symptoms were mild. Mexico's president, who's been criticized for his handling of his country's pandemic, said on his official Twitter account that he is under medical treatment. Rioters set fires in the centre of the southern Dutch city of Eindhoven and pelted police with rocks on Sunday at a banned demonstration against coronavirus lockdown measures, while officers responded with tear gas and water cannons, arresting at least 55 people. Police in the capital of Amsterdam also used a water cannon to disperse an outlawed anti-lockdown demonstration on a major square ringed by museums. Video showed police spraying people grouped against a wall of the Van Gogh Museum. It was the worst violence to hit the Netherlands since the pandemic began, and the second straight Sunday that police clashed with protesters in Amsterdam. The country has been in a tough lockdown since mid-December that is due to continue at least until February 9th. The government beefed up the lockdown with a 9 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. curfew that went into force on Saturday. The Justice Minister condemned the violence. "This has nothing to do with demonstrating against corona measures," he said. "This is simply criminal behaviour." Police said more than 100 people were arrested in Amsterdam. Dutch media reported unrest in other Dutch towns on Sunday night, caused by people protesting against the curfew. The violence came a day after anti-curfew rioters torched a coronavirus testing facility in the Dutch fishing village of Urk. The lockdown was imposed by the Dutch government to rein in the spread of the more transmissible variant of the coronavirus. Renewables overtook fossil fuel as the European Union's main source of electricity for the first time in 2020 as new projects came online and coal power shrank, a report showed today. Renewable sources such as wind and solar generated 38% of the 27 member state bloc's electricity in 2020, with fossil fuels such as coal and gas contributing 37%, a report by the think tanks Ember and Agora Energiewende showed. Denmark achieved the highest proportion of wind and solar power, which contributed 61% of its electricity needs in 2020. Ireland achieved 35%. And Germany 33%. Countries with the lowest shares of renewables, below 5%, were Slovakia and the Czech Republic, the data showed. Coal-fired power generation fell 20% in 2020 and has halved since 2015. Many European countries are phasing out polluting coal plants in order to meet emission reduction targets, but low electricity prices amid the pandemic lockdowns also made some coal plants unprofitable to run compared with cheaper renewable generation. You can subscribe to 5-Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5-Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5-Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.